Are you sick of going on crash diets, losing 5 to 10 pounds, and then gaining it all back, plus a few? Maybe you've tried using supplements or gimmicky tools like Fit Tea or the Flex Belt to no avail.
If your experience is like my mom's, you've been trying to lose weight for years, trying all sorts of crazy diets, only to end up worse off than when you started. In this video, we're going to take a look at the 2 most popular fat loss techniques right now, and explain how to do either one correctly for great results that you keep.
Hi folks, I'm Jag with a G.
And I'm Alex with an A.
And this is
the Balanced Warrior Project!
Today we're going to talk about calorie restriction versus intermittent fasting.
Intermittent fasting has become widely popular in the fitness and weight loss industries, and for good reason. I know, fasting might sound horrible. Who really wants to go hungry all day? But there's some serious health benefits to intermittent fasting. When we fast, our bodies produce less of the hunger hormone ghrelin over time, and our meal sizes will naturally shrink to healthier levels. Intermittent fasting also helps to increase your sensitivity to insulin, which is super important because resistance to insulin is one of the major precursors to type 2 diabetes. Improving your insulin sensitivity with intermittent fasting is super important because when we eat too often or too much, our insulin levels start to skyrocket. And that heightened insulin level is going to make you store extra belly fat and also increase your risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Fasting has the added benefit of boosting your growth hormone levels, which is going to help you build and maintain muscle and also helps you to burn fat more effectively. The first few days will be hard, but intermittent fasting gets easier. Hunger pangs are actually the result of habit and not actual need for food. This happens because our ghrelin spikes up high when we're used to eating, but it'll gradually fade over the next hour or two if you just give yourself some time. Changing our regular meal times will also change when we get those ghrelin spikes over time, so our bodies will adapt to the new eating habits. I'm going to use intermittent fasting combined with the ketogenic diet, which means I'll be eating less than 50 grams of carbs per day to help facilitate rapid fat loss. This isn't the best strategy if you're working out at a high level for a long time, but it's very effective for the average person who just has a lot of fat to lose. I'm more concerned with aesthetic than competition, so I'm trying to get rid of that last little bit of belly fat once and for all. When you follow a ketogenic diet, that super reduced carbohydrate intake is going to cause your blood sugar levels to fall. Also really effective if you have heightened insulin levels. Once you no longer have sugar to fuel on, your body is going to begin producing ketones, which will cause you to break down your fat cells for energy instead. All you have to do is cut out all refined carbs. Sugary drinks, pancakes, cupcakes, anything with the word cake in it is probably a no-go. Focus on eating leafy greens and cruciferous vegetables like kale, spinach, broccoli, cauliflower, that sort of thing, and then eat enough protein to maintain muscle mass. About 0.6 grams per pound per day if you're not active, and about 0.8 to a gram per pound if you are an athlete. And then just get the rest of your calories from healthy fats like eggs, avocado, and grass-fed butter. Combining the ketogenic diet with intermittent fasting is the fastest way to improve your health and accelerate your weight loss.
I believe in moderation. I want to avoid losing strength, muscle mass, and endurance while on my cut. I don't want to avoid carbs because of the performance boost they give me. Your body has 3 main energy systems. First, we have the anaerobic or creatine phosphate system, which controls max effort lifts and 10-second sprints. So when you're going all out, your body is employing the creatine phosphate system. The second system is the glycolytic system, in which we use stored carbs and some oxygen to recycle ATP for up to around 70% of our maximal capacity. Finally, we have the aerobic energy system, in which our body uses oxygen and fat cells to fuel long, slow exercise like jogging or biking. Because of this, endurance athletes are able to maintain performance on a ketogenic diet. In the past few months, I've been bulking and I put on a bit of a pooch. So to cut, I'm going to be using the calorie restriction method of weight loss. Here's how I calculated my caloric needs. If you have a lot of weight to lose, take your current body weight, multiply that by 14. That will give you your maintenance caloric needs. Now, there's 3,500 calories in 1 pound. To lose a pound a week, you need to be in a 500 calorie deficit. So you take your maintenance calories and you subtract those by 500 to get how many calories you need to be eating to lose at least 1 pound every week.
3 episodes later. But dude, I've read some evidence that your metabolism slows down on a caloric deficit.
That's not entirely wrong, but this only happens if you cut calories too hard for too long. To make sure my metabolism stays high, I'll have 1 day a week where I raise my calories to their normal maintenance level. The increase in calories, especially healthy carbs, will boost your satiation hormone leptin, reminding your brain that you're getting plenty to eat and keeping your metabolism revved up high. I think calorie counting is more practical for the regular person. If you count calories right, you shouldn't feel hungry because you're cutting out junk calories from things like cookies, dessert, and processed foods. The key thing is that you eat real food, no junk carbs, lots of vegetables and healthy protein. Based on my experience, fasting while remaining very strong and fit doesn't seem to work. Eating less than 50 grams of carbs a day results in a big dip in performance during intense workouts. And being hungry while pushing yourself at the gym is just plain unpleasant. I'd rather take the moderate approach and balance my intake for my goal.
I agree with some, but not all of this. I've always felt best hitting workouts fasted and then fueling up afterwards. Plus, when you fast for 18 hours, you can basically eat freely without having to worry about tracking calories or macros. Just don't fill up on junk carbs. However, I totally agree with having a refeed day where you eat more. I'm gonna strategically use this as my cheat day, where I can eat the carbs I want and not worry about it. And then the next day, I'm gonna fast the whole day. So I'm gonna have a feast followed by a 36-hour fast to make up the difference. For the average person who's not worried about competing at a high level, I think this method is much more effective and simpler.
And that's why knowing your goals is so important. For performance, ketosis and intermittent fasting really don't make sense. Intense calorie restriction doesn't make sense either. But moderate restriction can be useful to getting lean in the short term. If you're just trying to get healthier, both methods can work if followed strictly. And you should make your own choice based on your own personal preferences.
For the next 4 weeks, we're going to be testing out these two diets to gauge their effectiveness when they're applied practically.
In our next video, we will take an in-depth look at both of our diets and show you how to structure your meals to have the best results possible. Thanks for watching. This has been another episode of
The Balanced Warrior Project.
Like, subscribe.
Leave us a comment, let us know what you thought. Check out our Insta, also called The Balanced Warrior Project. Enjoy Jag's Vegeta nipples. Vegeta Blaze. Oh, that's
Vegeta Blaze. Vegeta Nips.
Vegeta nips, Goku nips.
Alright.
We'll delete some of this.
Some of it.
Some of it.